Steve, on the TJ Watt front, I think you've said before you would give him a new record-setting contract. You would pay him market value and give him an extension if you're the Steelers. Tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, he's like Mr. Steeler, right? I mean, you can't let TJ walk, and he's still extremely productive, and we still see when he's out there. Now, honestly, the health, maybe the age a little bit. The health is probably the only biggest question, is the number of times that he's been banged up. But when he's out there, he's a difference maker. We know how much blocking schemes have to account for him. We know how much he helps free up guys like Alex Highsmith on the other side. As much as I love Nick Herbig and think he could be a nice replacement, I'd much rather have that trio for the foreseeable future.
Even if you've got to pay Watt premium price into his early to mid-30s, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. I think you could still do that right now because you're also in the spot where you're not paying a quarterback. Now, that's the only hindrance, right, is if you have some $40 million quarterback option that you want to have that freedom to be able to pay in the next couple of years, then you leave that open. But I don't think that's going to be the case for the Steelers, right? They're either going to be playing season to season with a guy like Rodgers who's below high-end market value, or it's going to be a first contract quarterback, so you could stomach, I think, some of the at least one or two of those high-end non-QB contracts.
If they were pressured by Watt to trade him and they put him up for a deal in the next 2 weeks between now and the draft, what do you think they could reasonably get back for Watt in terms of draft picks, Steve?
I'd have to see what the exact dead money looks like in the new deal. So a lot of times the team trading, so you're taking on the contract, you're taking on the assumption that he's going to want to get paid there. So it's a big ask of the receiving team here, right?
Yeah,
so
you'd trade for him and you'd sign him to an extension like the Steelers did with Metcalf.
Right, exactly. So before the trade, it's actually not bad. Like when Matthew Stafford was traded to the Lions, it ended up being an awesome deal for the Lions. When Goff was traded to the Lions, his signing bonus was already paid for. So he goes from like whatever it was, $40 million quarterback to like 25. And all of a sudden he becomes a deal. But with Watt, it's the new contract. So you're talking like a third. I mean, we went through this with Myles Garrett. It's like 2 1s for Myles Garrett. Well, no, you got to pay him 40. So no one's going to give up 2 1s to go, pay a guy that much money.
The base salary for him is $21 million. So that's what the team would be on the hook for. There's like $7 million in signing bonus and some other stuff. So he'd be a $21 million player this year.
So that'd be an absolute steal for a team until you have to, fork over the next 4 years. And so that's what they're weighing. So yeah, I think, and that's why it's probably in the best interest of everybody that TJ stays in Pittsburgh.